Okay, Tom, that's 2 games now into the season and 2 defeats, 2 heavy defeats. How's the mood in the camp?
A lot better than the previous match, definitely. You can see some of the players' heads were down. I think some of them, I have to say, were a bit disappointed that they were put in the what you call a second team. But we were more united, as in the name, against Bolton. Especially after the sending off, we really dug deep, and although obviously it was a heavy defeat in the end, I was proud of the way the lads reacted to that.
Brendan Darcy sent off after 10 minutes. Have you got any complaints with that decision?
A difficult one, isn't it? Because it was a clear clash. The two of them, I think it was McPhail, he was called, the lad for Bridge Bolton, clash with Darcy. He was pulling him all over the floor. It was a clear foul, a booking definitely for the foul. But the referee just allowed it to go on and on to the point where Brendan lashed out, which he shouldn't have done. But it's one of those where if the referee had been in proper control and stopped the incident straight away, it wouldn't have happened. But in terms of the decision, technically, it's probably the right one. If you do kick out, you're going to be sent off. So that's unfortunate for Brendan because he's not a violent lad at all. He's a very respectful lad. So we missed him in the game, and we'll miss him for his suspension as well.
That came after 10 minutes, so you spent 80 minutes with 10 men, and you've lost 5-0 to what will be a good team come the end of the season, I'm sure. Do you think that the sending off was crucial to the result?
I think it was. Although we did sort of play brilliantly as 10, if we'd have had Brendan in the middle, that would have kept John Kell up front, and I thought John had a cracking game in midfield, but we just had like Rob Parker and David Argyle on their own at times up front, and it's a difficult task. We had to hit them on the break because that was the only really way we were going to score because of the man's advantage. But when you've only got 10 players, you're running around far more, and you're using up more and more energy, and it's difficult to do that. So yeah, I think if we'd have had Brendan for the whole game, I thought it was very close until, I know it was only 10 minutes, but it was very close until then, any result possible. And if we hadn't conceded just after half time, 2 sort of sloppy goals, again, you never know, we might have got a point, but we can't kid ourselves. We've had about 3 shots on goal in the 2 matches so far, so that's something we really need to work on.
So the preparation starts for next week now. What will you be doing with the lads in training tomorrow?
Well, obviously we're training as one squad. Now, the thing that alarms us all, on Saturday we've conceded 10 goals as a squad, haven't we? So perhaps defending needs to be looked at. But as far as the United game was concerned, I don't think defending was too bad. I thought, we were without Matt Ashworth, who was promoted to the first in the absence of Brett. And the lads who played centre-back was actually 4 in the end. It was Dan Bauer, Dan Lees, obviously JJ and Dave Earnshaw. And Dave Earnshaw's never played there before, but I thought he was solid. And I think especially Leesy was rock solid at the back. So we need to work on set pieces a bit more maybe. There was still, and crosses as well, were a bit susceptible. A couple of free headers which could easily be ironed out.